Good morning. We got up extra early this morning because we have quite a trek into Denver, Colorado. Super windy last night, even windier than the first day. I put my earplugs like all the way into my ear canals just so I could stay asleep. What is up, guys? 70 Savage here. Welcome to the vlog. I guess I am officially a vlogger now. For the past 2 days, I have been staying in beautiful Utah. I am currently at Rockport State Park. Definitely check out the first vlog if you haven't seen that. This is the first trip in this van going from my hometown of Healdsburg, California, all the way out to Denver, Colorado for work. It was beautiful while it lasted. Wish I could stay longer, but we got business to do. We gotta get out there. All right, guys, so we are back on I-80, cruising along. We actually just crossed the border into Wyoming. Never been to this state before. Look at that, the sun is just barely peeking up in the mountains here. It is now 7:45 a.m. We have 6 hours and 40 minutes until Denver, Colorado. 307 of those miles are gonna be on I-80, so we're cruising for a bit here. Also, I woke up this morning. When I went into the fridge to get my coffee, I looked at the fridge and there was a little red blinking indicator on the power, and the fridge was apparently not on. So I was like, uh-oh. I unplugged it, I re-plugged it. So it looks like we have a pretty serious problem with the fridge. It may in fact be 100% broken. Also, another issue that became very apparent while staying in below freezing temperatures was my drain hose from the sink actually goes out of the vehicle and gets routed underneath the chassis over to the gray tank. There's a little kind of like dip that stores water at all times. Like water will drain, but it kind of just hangs out in that dip while it's not currently draining. And that water froze in the middle of the night, effectively rendering my drain useless. So at that point, I basically have as much water as my sink can hold in terms of how much water I can use before things become quite cumbersome. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to like insulate that pipe. Oh, the sun's peeking a little more now. All right, so where am I going to stay once I actually make it to Denver? I don't quite know yet. Best case scenario is actually a parking lot that's right next to my work. It's like there's the office right here and then the parking lot right here. It's an outdoor parking lot. The Plan B campsite is actually called, I think, Cherry Park. It's a national park that's pretty much in downtown Denver. Plan C is actually my buddy Henry's house. Henry is actually a homie who I've been playing video games with for years now, and I've never met him in real life, but I know he lives in Denver. I actually know more about him than I do some of my like real life friends, I guess you can call them. But never met him in real life, have no idea what he looks like, and have talked to him for countless hours on the internet. So either he's a serial killer slash catfish video game homie, or he's normal. Very icy I-80 here in Wyoming. It's a bit sketch. Even the regular cars, this guy in front of me is going, let's see, 50. Speed limit's 80. The sun is up. Shout out to Wyoming on the forefront of renewable energy. Mad windmills. Hey, good news. I just pulled over to make a burrito and my fridge started back up. So I'm not really sure what the issue is. I'm gonna have to look at the manual later, but we are good to go. We got cold food again. 4 hours left. So on this road and a lot of the roads that I've driven on, there's a ton of salt and debris and mud. I can just hear stuff hitting my chassis every second of this drive, and you know, being almost a 20-hour drive, I'm sure that's gonna take a toll on the car itself. First thing I'm gonna do when I get back to California is make sure I go through like a truck wash. I'm gonna wash all sides of my car, including the undercarriage. I'm gonna try and get as much salt and grime off the bottom of that as I can. It's kind of a cool factory. Wonder what they make. One of the things I am most stoked about when getting to Denver is a shower. It has been baby wipes and Febreze since Friday. It's starting to get a bit potent in here. All right, so this is a long straight road, and my steering wheel is perpetually at like 15 degrees to the right. It is so windy out here in Wyoming. Thank God for this crosswind control that they put in Sprinters. Van, how do you feel about the wind? Van is not stoked about the wind. Hey, we made it to Colorado. It's crazy how the topography changes immediately when you cross state lines, at least the 3 states that I've gone through thus far. So we are about 1 hour away from Denver, and Google Maps took me down this random dirt road. This is the bumpiest road this van has ever been on. So for those of you wondering how well the ceiling is holding up, and for those of you who commented it's gonna fall down the first time you go on a bumpy road, I've got 5 miles of this, so let's put it to the test. Good news, 100% planks are still up. Magnetic ceiling, still a success. Coming in hot. There is the Denver skyline. We made it. It is so nice to be in Denver in the van. Holy cow, that was quite a road trip. All right, so this right here is the lot that I am parked in. It's right outside my office. I literally just saw somebody back into a car right there and then leave, so it's not a good first sign, but hopefully I'll be able to stay here overnight. For now, I'm gonna go up to the office. There's still a couple hours left in the workday. It's about 3 o'clock, 3:30. Putting up all the window covers, and I can see the van from the office, so that's very important to me. For now, I'm just gonna leave it here for a couple hours and then make a decision later on what I wanna do. All right, guys, so I made it to work. I spent the last couple hours in the office. I'm trying to be really incognito here because I'm staying in my friend's cul-de-sac in downtown Denver. I really don't want to get knocked down tonight. I have a huge work day tomorrow. I want to get some good sleep. So I'm trying to reduce the risk as much as possible. But yeah, it's just a standard kind of suburban inner city cul-de-sac. Pretty dang slanted though, so I might be rolling around in my sleep quite a bit. It was very nice for her to offer me her cul-de-sac to stay in, so super appreciative. Yeah, hope this works out. All right guys, first night was a great success. 0 complaints, 0 knocks, pretty good sleep. There were a lot of cars driving by, which I'm not used to, but other than that, it was awesome. Heater kept up well. And we are at the office early today. It is going to be a full day of work. Just finished up with work for the day. I ended up showing quite a few people the van. My office is right there. Not the medical marijuana place, the one right behind it. I was gonna try and give a van tour to my boss, who's like one of my favorite people ever, and an entire horde of employees that work at my company followed him down, and I did like a group van tour, and people were kind of just like, wow, you live in this thing? And other people were like, that's cool, and other people were like, you poop and you eat at the exact same spot? That's crazy. It was really funny to see all the different reactions, but overall it was a great success. I was trying to get the reactions on video, but logistically it was just way too difficult. I need to buy more GoPros if I want to do something like that. And it was totally worth it coming out here Denver just for that. So I'm going to my buddy Henry's house. I don't actually know him as Henry, but it's gonna be really interesting to meet him. So this right here is Henry's house. Looks pretty dang nice. He's like 24 or something. He already owns his own house. Let's go ahead and go inside. All right guys, so our trip to Denver, Colorado is finally complete. It is time for us to go back to Cali. So I was out here for 3 days. I was out here for 4 days, from Tuesday until today, which is Saturday. It was pretty much work all day, work dinner, go to bed, rinse and repeat. Mad shout out to Henry. Thank you for letting me stay in your driveway. It was awesome seeing you, meeting you for the first time in person. I apologize to all the people who reached out and said, yo, let's hang out, let's grab a beer in Denver. My schedule was so jam-packed this time, and I need to go back to Cali in order to finish the van. This will not be the last time I am out to Denver with the van. It was an awesome experience. It was so much fun. I will absolutely be back. This right here is the plan for today. It's a bit ambitious, 9.5 hours of driving. We are on I-70 leaving Denver now, and take a look at this. We have ourselves some serious traffic issues here. I-70 is backed up for as far as I can see, and so is the little side road down there. I'm guessing this is like traffic for the ski resorts. Good news is there is a beautiful view to go with our traffic. Hey, traffic's over. We are heading up into the mountains. Looks like there is some either thick fog or straight up snow. Dang, look at that. They have some sort of ice drifting school out there. It's badass. We are driving through our first official snowstorm out here. It's coming down, taking it nice and slow. Van's actually feeling pretty solid. I think if I cruised up as fast as that guy was going, I wouldn't feel the same. So I'm pretty sure if I had stock tires on this van and I did not put the KO2s on, this would not be nearly as easy as it is. So those tires so far have saved me. Being in a two-wheel drive van, I have been able to push the limits of this thing, and it performs actually a lot better than most two-wheel drive cars in the snow that I've ever used. We have successfully made it through the snowstorm. We are back on relatively safe roads here, and even better news, there is a Chick-fil-A that is gonna be perfect timing for lunch. It's a couple hours out. It's actually kind of far away, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do for the Chick-fil-A. This part of the drive is just so cool. Look at how red these rocks are. This is like kind of trippy. It like hurts my eyes looking at that mountain right there. This drive down I-70 so far has been so much nicer than the drive down I-80. I-80 is like 100% truckers. It's really long and flat, but there's like minimal scenery and lots of wind if you go through Wyoming. So close to Chick-fil-A. Can you see it? Out there in the distance. Hey, we made it. All right, well that was good. I'd say worth the detour. I am now extremely full. Driving through Moab, and there are some awesome looking mountainous rock formation things. Oh, they're live, Dad. They're live. Look at that. It's ridiculous. Beautiful. All right, guys, so I am about 2 hours from the national park that I'm going to. And I stopped at the gas station to fill up with gas. I got a peace tea to casually enjoy as I approached my destination. And unfortunately, after about 5 sips, I completely fumbled the peace tea, dropping it, allowing it to spill all over the floor and seep into about 100 different cracks and crevices. So I pulled over, thankfully did not crash the car, trying to find the peace tea on the ground and pick it up, and I spent about an hour cleaning it all up. I took my passenger seat off. I took all the stuff off under the doorstep. I took all these electrical wires and housings out and cleaned them off. Oh my God, I am exhausted. I'm very frustrated. I hope my van does not perpetually smell like peach peace tea. I guess we could dub that part of the episode Revenge of the Peace Tea. We have 2 hours and 30 minutes until the state park. I honestly don't know if I'm gonna make it that far. I'm exhausted. Whew, alrighty, we got a solid 12 hours of driving in today. I am now at Whispering Elms Campground in Baker, Nevada. I was looking for a spot last minute. It's about 10 o'clock, 10:30 actually right now, and when I showed up to the campground there was nobody in the office, but there was a number that said after hours call this. And when I called the lady, mentioned I needed a spot tonight for my van, she was like, oh, well just feel free to pull into the campsite and pull up on the right hand side of the fence. And she said it was complimentary. She was like, yeah, I'd rather have you safe off the streets. Mad shout out to these guys at Whispering Elms Campground for hooking up the Savage van. Very much appreciated. I am exhausted after this drive. I'm gonna get some Z's. We are gonna wake up and we are gonna crush out the rest of the drive. Morning, guys. Slept pretty well last night. It is pretty early still. It's like 7:30. I haven't seen the outside yet, so I'm gonna show it to you guys the same time that I see it. Small town vibe for sure. Back to Healdsburg. Looks like 10 hours and 5 minutes. We are about 6 hours out. We are currently still driving through Nevada. Nothing new to see here. We're going towards the mountains. We're gonna go up over Lake Tahoe and back into sunny California. So it's about 12 o'clock now, starting to get hungry. And then I was thinking, oh, I'm on a road trip. I'm gonna go to my favorite road trip spot, Chick-fil-A. Get super stoked, start searching into my maps. I realize there's one close. As I select it, I then realize it's a Sunday. And the fact that there is no possible way on the planet to get a Chick-fil-A sandwich today makes me so infuriated. I can't even explain it. Like, how is this possible? How? My new life goal is to make enough money to buy the entire Chick-fil-A franchise and do nothing at all. Leave everything exactly the same, just make them open on Sundays. The way that I'm gonna do that is get there one subscriber at a time. So, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to slap that subscribe button. Let's do this together. One of the coolest parts about having a van is that when you go to In-N-Out during prime rush hour, and it is an absolute zoo in there, you can just get your food to go, come back in the van, crank some tunes. Thumbs up if you like animal fries. Alrighty guys, so we just made it through Reno. We are on the final stretch here, 3 hours and 58 minutes until Healdsburg. Fantastic news guys, we have made it back to Healdsburg. Oh my god, that was a long drive. The van is dirty. It is time to give it the old wash. Alrighty, there we go. It takes pretty much an entire day to clean the van, but once you get it done, it looks awesome. I put this stuff on it. It's like sealant. Well, it is sealant. It lasts 6 months. Unfortunately, it is also going to rain tomorrow for pretty much the rest of the week. That means it's only gonna look this pretty for about another 12 hours. Really just wanted to get that sealant on there though. I guess we will see the performance of the sealant if it rains and it still looks good afterwards. There we go, optimism. All right guys, so we have finally made it home, back to Healdsburg. The van is in good condition, and I just want to give you guys a summary of how the trip went. All right, so all in all, the trip lasted 8 days. We traveled 2,450 miles. We spent $474 on gas. It averaged 68 bucks to fill up the tank. We averaged 17 miles a gallon. That includes all of the 80-mile-an-hour stretches that we did on I-80, stuff like that. We stayed the night at 5 different locations, some of which were urban, some of which were BLM land, others were campgrounds, a good spread of different places. The biggest issue during the trip was that my drain pipe froze. Definitely gonna need to figure out how to insulate that. At the end of the day, I'm very surprised that that was the biggest issue. I was expecting a lot more to go on. I was expecting leaks in the water system just with all the new vibrations and just the sheer amount of travel that we did. I was expecting something to go drastically wrong and nothing did. So really stoked on that. The biggest regrets that I have thus far with the way that I have done my build, not having a shower, which is gonna change very soon. That is the last project in the van. Other than that, I don't have any regrets yet. I tried to think really hard, like, man, what did I not like? So far, I'm just super psyched on the build. It is perfect for my needs. I could absolutely live in this thing. I used 12 gallons of fresh water, which was less than half of the water tank that I have. So overall, I am psyched with van life. It was so much fun. I mean, I can't even explain how much fun it really was. I feel it's weird, like I feel more fulfilled today waking up after doing that trip. That's like the cheesiest thing I could possibly say, but it's true. It was honestly, it was an amazing experience. The fact that you can build a van like this, have a pretty comfortable full-time living space, and go wherever you want. You can just say, I'm gonna go wherever I wanna go, and it just works. It's an extremely freeing feeling. I'm already looking forward to my next trip. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Southern California, but not positive yet. If you guys have any recommendations of where you think I should go next in a van, put those in the comments below. If you made it to this point in the video, I appreciate it. Don't forget to slap that like button. Don't forget to slap that subscribe button underneath the channel. I appreciate all the support that you guys have given me, and we're gonna keep on pumping out videos. I'm gonna keep on making content. Fantastic trip. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.